Flashing lights in the dark baritone hum. Engines scream till the wild hearts succumb. Virtual roads where the asphalt sweat fire, chasing glory through the chaos of desire. Your TV burning in my veins tonight. Wheels spin, pixels ignite the fight. Flag to flag, every moment extreme. Nerd TV, we're living the dream. Roaring engines, pixels bursting like flames. The digital warriors, no face, just names. Science going for the sweet finish line. Sweat soaked battles outside space and time. Nerd TV burning in my veins tonight. Wheels spin, pixels ignite the fight. Flag to flag, every moment extreme. Nerd TV, we're living the dream. Roaring engines, pixels bursting like flames. Digital warriors, no face, just names. Tires calling for the sweet finish line. Sweat soaked battles outside space and time. Nerd TV burning in my veins tonight. Wheels spin, pixels ignite the fight. Flag to flag, every moment extreme. Nerd TV, we're living the dream. Strap me in, fuel me with untamed speed. Data in the storm, all the rush I need. Glitches on the edge, chaos in the stream. Sim racing paradise, unraveling the sea. Nerd TV burning in my veins tonight. Wheels spin, pixels ignite the fight. Flag to flag, every moment extreme. Nerd TV, we're living the dream. Flashing lights in the dark baritone hum. Engines scream till the wild hearts succumb. Virtual roads where the asphalt sweat fire, chasing glory through the chaos of desire. Your TV burning in my veins tonight. Wheels spin, pixels ignite the fight. Flag to flag, every moment extreme. Nerd TV, we're living the dream. Roaring engines, pixels bursting like flames. The digital warriors, no face, just names. Science going for the sweet finish line. Sweat soaked battles outside space and time. Nerd TV burning in my veins tonight. Wheels spin, pixels ignite the fight. Flag to flag, every moment extreme. Nerd TV, we're living the dream. Roaring engines, pixels bursting like flames. Digital warriors, no face, lights of the endless night. Fight to fight, we live to speed. No TV feeds our endless need. Heartbeats round and engines cry. Best broadcast under the virtual sky. Turn the wheel, feel the breakneck roll. Sim racers tearing through the thunder soul. Gear shifts crack like a lightning storm. Digital warriors breaking the norm. Turn the wheel, feel the breakneck roll. Sim racers tearing through the thunder soul.
And welcome to Nerd TV for another OTSS Select Series race, live from the simulated Homestead-Miami Speedways. We got the final race of the inaugural 2026 season here tonight, as we got Icon Apparel Company sponsoring our countdown to green. As always, here for this beautiful evening race at Homestead. Here's your track stats, racing information, weather. 79 degrees in the skies, on track only 84 rather, 2 miles an hour. Partly cloudy, and then fixed setups, 3 sets of tires I do believe for tonight, plus the one that they start with on the truck, and 3 green-white checkered attempts, which I don't think they're ever going to need it here at OTSS because these guys are too clean and too mean with these really fast truck machines out here tonight. And my name is Jeremy Stanley, aka Jay Swifty on the interwebs, and it's not Dustin, it's Jason Rockefeller on a Tuesday. What's up, man?
Cinema, absolute cinema. I'm ready to go, man. Can't make the show for this Thursday, so filling in obviously. But you know what though, it all works out. I know Dustin's is having a lot of allergies tonight, so Dustin, feel better, pal. Behind the scenes, make sure you're staying hydrated and stuff. But man, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go, dude. I love Homestead, especially with the trucks. I think that this track absolutely rips. We saw a barn burner here in the real life truck series just 1 year ago. I'm sure this race is going to be thrilling in the sim. I know it's come down now to this last race. I was looking at the points before I jumped in to the session here tonight, and it's come down really close. I mean, you look at these points. If it wasn't for Tyler Honeycutt winning and having the night that he did last week at Rockingham, Tyler never takes the points lead over EJ Luna. Before they went into Rockingham, EJ had the points lead from what it seemed, and then Tyler had a great run and a win at Rockingham. So I think it's going to be really hard to beat Tyler Honeycutt here tonight. I know that EJ Luna is just lights out fast usually. But when you look at the practice sheet right now, Jeremy, EJ Luna not as fast as Tyler, but both of them just almost falling outside the top 10. EJ in 15th, and Tyler just almost short of falling out of the top 10 and 8th right now.
Yeah, we got around 20 entries in tonight's race, and so how the points lay out is we have, I think technically on paper, we got, what, a 5-truck battle that goes all the way back to Danny White, that's 23 points out. 6th place, Bobby Mantle's 33 out. I don't think on paper he has a chance. But really that top 2 to 3, Tyler Honeycutt, EJ Luna, and Donnie Honeycutt have just been there, except for Danny White. He's been top 2, just killing it with EJ Luna all season long. And then just last week, he has a slip up. And now he's almost virtually out of this thing. So he's going to put on a hell of a show to try to capitalize anything he can. Really, it's Tyler and EJ, those two guys. And we did get permission, Jason, that we can talk to them at any point in time during this race, which even, that'd be kind of cool under some yellow flag conditions, possibly. But these guys don't even wreck, so I don't know if we'll get that chance.
Yeah, these guys have been clean and green. I mean, from the start of the season when I was calling it with you guys on Tuesdays, I mean, these guys are known to be really clean, really green. Great racing overall. I mean, I still can't get over the first race of the season. Danny White stays out on a pit strategy call, nearly pulls off the damn thing. But here comes EJ Luna, just passes him right off the final corner. Barn burner of a first race of the season. After that, it's been hit after hit from what it seems like for you guys without me, and also when I was with you guys on Tuesdays. I'm really looking forward to it. I think obviously for Danny White, uh, right now his night it has a little glimmer of hope right now. He's top of the board in practice currently with a 33.068. He's only better than Donnie Honeycutt by about a hundredth of a second. We're getting ready to qualify. I think if he wants any remote chance, obviously, at taking home this title tonight, he's going to have Tyler uh, and EJ wreck. And just think, Jeremy, he's only missed one race this year. Imagine if he didn't miss that one race, and imagine if he had a better week 1 week ago. This might be a different championship picture here heading into tonight if it weren't for those two reasons.
Yeah, 1000% there. And we're qualifying. So we're going to go on board with some of these drivers during this 5-minute qualifying session to close out this season. So, and just y'all know, after tonight's race, we are on a 4-week hiatus on Tuesdays, refiring this thing back up April 28th at Daytona. And I can say that because that's an official posting of the second season of 2026. So Daytona, April 28th, 4 weeks roughly from tonight. And here we go. We're out on board the number 6, Polly Torrance's Ford F-150, as he comes to his green flag, who practiced in 6th place with a 33.136. Danny White on the top overall with a 33.068. So we'll see if these times can match or better their practice time.
And Torrance is going to run the wall here this first lap all the way up almost to the boards in 1 and 2 and into 3 and 4. He doesn't get too high. He wants to make sure he stays a little bit away from that wall. It's going to kill his momentum there. I feel like coming off the corner, though, you see he had to jump out of the throttle. Got a little tight down here to the start-finish line. He'll start up this second lap. I think he almost brushed the wall right there coming out of turn 2. But here we go. He'll go all the way into 1 and 2. Try to send it in. Truck gets a little bit tight while trying to build momentum off the corner and all the way back down the back straightaway again. I don't think he wants to make the same mistake he did one last time around where he was a little bit lower on entry. This time has a little bit better, entered higher, but this time he'll actually go all the way down to the bottom, try to roll through 3 and 4, and a near picture perfect entry and exit for Paulie Torrance, and all the way to the line. He will be placed in, that would be the 6th spot for the driver, the number 6.
There you go, 6 for 6. Now drops to 7. Right now on top of the board, DJ Honeycutt, 33.143. One of the few drivers to better their practice time by only a tenth here. As we got 2.5 minutes left in this session, we got Bradley Minor on track, Jared Hammond on track, EJ Luna just completed his. And that's it. Jacob Grant, Dustin Franklin, he just pulled off. We got just a few more drivers left on track here as they're all but closed out already. All but 3 drivers there, Jason, have posted time so far, and DJ Honeycutt still remains at the top.
And obviously everybody just wants to get going. Everybody's anxious, wants to see how this race will play out because you mentioned it, Jeremy, 4-week hiatus for the series. Jacob Grant rips right up at the top of the boards there. Nearly got on the wall. Thought he was in the center of 1 and 2. But this is a great... This camera, I'm going to tell you right now, folks, is probably going to be used a lot tonight. And NASCAR started using this camera a while ago. But guess what? It's been in the sim for dang near forever. So it's great to see our cameraman and producer, Dustin Longston, using it here. It's going to be a camera that we'll see all night long to see who's getting the closest to ripping up at the top of the wall. It should be fun.
Yep, use it at Darlington, use it at Homestead, maybe even Talladega. That's not how you park the truck there if you crawl through the grass to end his lap time. And I think that's it, Jason. We got Joshua Altis in truck number 5 on track. He just completed his 3rd lap. He jumps all the way up to P4, actually. So great lap there from the number 5. But DJ Honeycutt is going to secure that pole position to end the season. And race control, giving us the FYI that Mr. Clark is going to be starting EOL here this evening. Jazz Jackson Clark in truck number 31. He starts in 13th on the grid, but he will drop to the back when we go green flag racing. 30 seconds left in this qualifying session. So I think while we have time, let's try to bring in Mr. Tyler Honeycutt, your current points leader. See if we can't get a really quick word with him, pulling from his Ghost Motorsports channel. Tyler, this is Jeremy Jason in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do.
All right, man. This is all it. All in. You got 11-point lead here to close this thing out. What's your chances?
I hope it's high. Just got to be smart and, just do what I got to do and stay out of trouble. And, I'm going to try to finish in the top 7. That's my goal. But just going to take it easy.
Yeah,
And Tyler, obviously getting ready to go here as the truck is about to pull off, man. Talk about your season real quick, man. What does it come down to this season for you guys as a whole? You guys have been so strong throughout the entire year. What's going on to make you guys as strong as you have been this season?
Yeah, I think it's just preparation and being good on the long runs, and just being smart during the race. Just staying out of trouble and a little bit of luck on there as well.
All right, we'll get to it here. We are gritting. Good luck tonight, and maybe we'll talk to you when the race is all said and done.
All right, thank you. Sorry, I couldn't hear you guys for a second there.
Yeah, you're good. No problem. All right, that was Tyler Honeycutt, driver of the 45, who stumbled there at the last minute because they were going over some last-minute chatter in the race server before they go over to a green flag. Trucks are gritting. We're going to try to go through this real quick and maybe talk to EJ Luna before we go green flag. Here it is, starting lineup for the final race. Race number 12 of the inaugural season. DJ Honeycutt, Abram Ghostin does start P1 and P2. Row 2, you're going to find Tyler Honeycutt and Joshua Altis in truck number 5. Row 3, in 5th place will be Donnie Honeycutt. To his outside, Jacob Grant. Truck number 27. Row number 4, you're going to find Bobby Mantle and Stephen Hayes. And to round out the top 10, you're going to have Danny White in the 64 and Paulie Torrance in truck 6.
Top 20, you'll come home with row number 6. P11, you'll have Alex Zirkle and James Robbins there in P12. Row number 7, you will find Jackson Clark alongside Garrett Spriggs in the number 81 machine, who's had a strong season. Row number 8, you'll find Brad Miner in P15 and Curtis Noble in the number 88. Row number 9, you'll find Jared Hammond in the 36 alongside Jonathan Hammond in the number 92. And rounding out your top 20, Jeremy, row number 10, EJ Luna, who's in the fight for the championship alongside Abram Ghostin there.
And then Stephen Abbassett in 21st. Mark Sherwood starts in 22nd. Row 12, Dave Harrington in P23. Chris Harrington in the truck 77 and 24th. And the final driver, 25th place, the 74 of Dustin Franklin. And I'm going to grab EJ Luna real quick. EJ, this is Jeremy Jason in the booth. I know we got a half a lap here before we go green flag. How are we feeling for tonight?
Hey, boys. How we doing? I'm feeling pretty good. Didn't get the best of qualifying efforts, but I've never been known for qualifying, so we're going to just try to work our way back to the front, see how this race pans out for us.
Jason, got anything for EJ Luna before we go green flag?
Tonight, obviously, love seeing you always come from the back to the front, man. You're one of the guys who's able to do it. Go out there and go show them who's boss.
Hey, appreciate it. Try my best here. Let's have some fun.
Yes, sir. You've been in the top of the podium all season long. Let's close this thing out with a banger.
Appreciate it, guys.
Yes, sir. That was EJ Luna, truck number 24 from Lone Star Racing. One of the 2 drivers really in the grind for the points. 24 versus 45. Who's going to come out with the trophy here this evening? Or maybe Donnie Honeycutt maybe takes it as a stealer. We're about to find out. We got 120 laps to settle the championship battle. And here we go, barreling off into turn number 1. Quickly they go through the gears into gear number 4 about now, as they're already using the second and third groove, Jason.
Yeah, and everybody's going to get really spread out here on this initial first lap or 2, all the way down the back straightaway. We nearly got 3 wide, possibly for the lead. Tyler Honeycutt thought about going under his family member there for the race lead through 3 and 4. That's the 5 of Joshua Altis all the way up at the top of the racetrack, ripping the boards. Everybody gets through unscathed all the way to the line. DJ Honeycutt will come out with the race lead, but still side by side with Abram Ghostin in the 1.
Honeycutts take the first 3 spots on the inside lane. Abram Ghostin fighting for it there, who was so close to leading the very first lap of the race, goes all the way to the top to exit turn 2. Gets the launch down the back straightaway from these awesome cameras presented by Whiplash Cams. Great views all around this place as we go into turn number 3 this time. And it will be driver the 25, Abram Ghostin, leading at number 2.
Yeah, Joshua Altice, I believe this is his first start of the evening. He just posted the fastest lap of the race so far, 33.524. He'll go up to the top of the racetrack, and what do you know, the number 5 machine, Kyle Larson, known for ripping the top of the racetrack here at Homestead. Oh, one truck at a line. That was Donnie Honeycutt coming off turn number 2. Nearly went down to the apron, but he's able to gather it back up. Meanwhile, back up front for the race lead, Joshua Altice to the inside of Abram Ghostin. He'll take the lead for a minute, and as they come off turn 4, it's a dead heat all the way to the line.
As the 5 had a great chance off of turn 4, exited that corner very shallow, lost a lot of speed there. It gives it back to Abram Ghostin. 3 car lengths back through turns 1 and turn 2 is recycling back to around 10th place. The truck number 27. Jacob Grant there on the outside, utilizing all that momentum as he's closing on the back of the 81.
I just think right now, Jeremy, it's a little too early to be going to the top of the racetrack. Maybe if you feel confident enough in your race truck, maybe you'll jump up there, pick up a spot or two like you see some guys back there doing. I saw Curtis Noble, I believe, up there in the wall almost, as well as I think the 81 of Garrett Spriggs. But the thing is, though, if you run this top lane early on, you're just going to shred those tires up. A lot of guys will try to run bottom, roll through the corner, and then easily come off middle, exit off 2 and off 4. But then as the run progresses, you'll start to see those guys who utilize saving those tires to their advantage. They'll jump up to the top of the boards, and then they will rip that wall because that's just how Homestead goes, baby.
That is indeed how it goes here, high side, low side, depending on how you got that steering ratio set up. It is fixed setup racing here this evening. And it really depends on your throttle, creativity, speaking of which, the 8 truck really close there to contact with your second in points, EJ Luna. Thankfully, no contact was had, kept net code away to the side. As I'm really surprised, Jason, so far. A lot of trucks still are maintaining at the bottom. Alex Zirkle is one of the few ones committed to the top early.
Oh, barely brushed the wall right there.
Yeah, just a little slappy slap, cutting all the air off that right side of the truck as you go to turn number 1 back to the 3rd section of the progressively banked track. And this is where you got so much more speed, and you're going to see how quickly he catches the 89 here down the back straight.
I don't really see the point in jumping up to the top right now unless you know you can really pass. But I mean, for Zirkle, he's already lost 1 spot from the start of the green flag. This will be 1 right here if he could pick up the spot coming off turn number 4, and does. So he's pretty much right where he left off at the start of the race. So, I mean, if I'm them, I'm not running the top of the racetrack right now. I always have been like that. I've always wanted to run bottom for about the first 20 to 22 laps probably on the run. And then as the tires start wearing out more and more, maybe start jumping down to the bottom of to the top of the racetrack. Because right now, Jeremy, we're approaching lap 9 here, this time by at the line. They've already had close to over 4 to 5 tenths of a second worth of fall off, obviously varying on people's lap times. But as we progress throughout the night on these long runs, it's just going to go more and more downwards with lap time.
We got a lot of 2x2 going on in this part of the track right now. Focused around the center truck, the 89, Bobby Mantle, who's in 11th place. The tire wear, we're only 10 laps in, but right now you're going to see that little bit of a mixture of who went hard in the paint early and who conserved. And this is where they're going to start flip-flopping positions a little bit. And this will be a continued story for the next probably 10, 15 laps before they really set into their pace of how hard they drove the truck or not. As Steven Absett getting a little closer to the front bumper of the 64 Danny White. No harm, no foul there. Coming off of turn number 2, 10 laps in.
Change of the guard up at the front of the field. Garrett Spriggs, biggest mover so far, up 13 spots. He has moved up to the race lead. And Stephen Hayes has now moved into second, +6. So those guys are on the move, as well as Steven Abased in 12th, who's up 9. And EJ Luna has now found himself inside the top 10 there, up 9 spots as well. But, Jeremy, this is going to be one of those races where I feel like you're going to see a lot of comers and goers. You're going to have the guys who are going to be really fast earlier on in the run. You're going to start to see that fall off in the middle half. And then towards the back half of these runs, that's where you're going to start to see those guys really shine. This race is known to be a long run race. Not a lot of cautions for the Truck Series, whether it be on the sim or in real life. So I expect this to be a long run race, and it's going to be about tires, tires, tires. If you could just save that right rear off of these corners and through the corners as well, I think you're going to set yourself up for a great spot to gain a lot of track position later on in these runs, especially towards the end of this race, depending on strategy.
100% there. 31 Clark, he's running up the middle. Paulie Torrance doing the same thing. A few more trucks have kind of shifted to that middle groove. But yeah, I would set myself up on the bottom. I am terrible here at Homestead on a personal note, but I know if you run hard in the paint on the outside, chances are you're going to the back late into the run as your truck just gets too comfortable on the top, uncomfortable on the bottom. You kind of just glue yourself into a one-lane situation. Running the bottom early gives you multi-groove access late into the run. On a typical note there is Garrett Spriggs. This man, if he was full-time this season, truck number 81 right here on your screen, if he was full-time this season, I think he'd be battling for this championship. With 3 wins, he's had multiple chances at getting 4 or 5 wins, and he's just been on an absolute tear to start off the 2026 inaugural season for the OTSS Select Series.
Well, you think about it. I mean, he's 10th in points, coming into tonight with only 9 races under his belt compared to the 11, like most of the guys up inside that top 5 points battle coming tonight. Think about the points that he's only behind. He's only back by 62 points. He's practically tied for 9th with Alex Zirkle, only back by 1 point. I easily believe so, Jeremy. I mean, if Garrett Spriggs, didn't have those incidents, I believe he was actually suspended. Correct me if I'm wrong, for 1 race. I think that plus 1 race missed. I think that we could definitely have a much different picture. But that's the beauty of this points format. In a lot of leagues on the sim service here, remember, just announced at the beginning of 2026, NASCAR announced they would be going back to the chase format. 26 race points format, top 16 make the chase, and it's all whoever has the most points at the end of the last 10 races of the year battle for the championship. But a lot of leagues too have stayed true to that. This was a league, obviously, the inaugural season for them. They wanted to use something similar, but they wanted to use that full season points format being 12 races to make it a little close, similar to the 10 race chase. But that's the kind of thing, you have a lot of what-if moments in these point scenarios. What if Garrett Spriggs ran all the races? What if Danny White didn't miss that 1 race and have a bad race last week at Rockingham? There's so many what-ifs when it comes to the full season points format.
Yeah, these guys are running 2 races past the 10-race chase format that NASCAR put back in for 2026, as you just mentioned. So it's almost exactly just that, just a little longer by 2 races. So yeah, it goes to show if you have 1 off week, or like Danny White in truck 64, who's been on top of the pylon with EJ Luna all season, 1 bad race and you're done. You're basically out. You got to have the 45 and the 24 have a terrible evening, almost last place, before Danny in the 64 needs a win or a top 2 to get the trophy. And so that's what that championship playoff presents, and I agree. That's what makes it fun, but it makes it very challenging for the drivers. You got to be on top of your game for 12 races. You can't have that long 26, 36 race stretch to recover. You just got to be on it from day 1.
Yeah, for sure. And again, that's the beauty of this points format system. That's why everybody is so excited to have it back, not only for real NASCAR, but a lot of sim leagues are using it, and they're going back to, they don't want to run the chase format for their postseason. They just run a full-length point season. I think that this is the best of both worlds. You have a full season-length points format, but with the exception that it's only 12 races compared to 36 races like a NASCAR Cup Series schedule. I believe the trucks run, I think, 28 or so, around that mark, just under 30 races, I believe, a year. So it just makes it a lot more fun for these drivers, knowing that any one of these 12 races, one slip up can cost your entire hopes of a chase for the championship. And, it's just how it's been all season long. You've had your comers and goers, big what if moments. It's just how it is, and this is a racetrack too, where you can really have a hit or miss race for the championship. And you look at the points format coming tonight. EJ Luna is only back from Tyler Honeycutt by 11, and he's flying right now. He's kind of stabled around a 10th or 11th right now. Tyler's lost 4 spots since the start of this race. So there is an opportunity here, Jeremy, for EJ Luna to win this championship. This is not over yet. Got a lot of racing to go. Just now 100 laps to go. I think EJ Luna is definitely going to give Tyler Honeycutt a run for his money here.
Going to give it everything he's got. We're going to take a quick break. Picture-in-picture mode coming your way. We'll be back here in a few laps.
Hey, can you do me a favor? I'm really hungry, but I'm trapped in here, and I dropped my last piece of boozy jerky on the floor. I can't reach it. Would you mind grabbing me a bag of the most tender, flavorful booze-infused jerky on the planet? I promise I'll pay you back. I mean, I'd eat my piece, but I can't reach it. Oh, actually, I got it. Oh, it's so good. It's so tender, so flavorful. You should really pick yourself up a bag. But if you do, you can't eat it in here. Now, this is my spot. I own this spot. Boozy Jerky, the original booze-infused beef jerky with a pair, now available.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel.
And back full screen here from our first picture-in-picture commercial break here of the evening. We're approaching lap number 30 of the scheduled 120 laps. 91 to go this time at the line. It is all 81 Garrett Spriggs, 13 Stephen Hayes. And then you have a 2-second fall off before you get to third place. Number 5, Joshua Altus there in that Kyle Larson paint scheme that Jason mentioned earlier. And Jason, we're going to go look at the Twisted Setup Shop telemetry on board, and we're going to see about how much fuel these guys have left in the fuel tank. See if we can get an idea of how much left. I think our projected lap is about another 15 or so. We're getting about 50, so about 20 more laps, and we're going to see our first green flag pit stops. I don't think these guys are going to be tossing around the yellow flag tonight.
Yeah, we'll have to see and find out. I mean, I still think there is that opportunity that it could very well happen, but we don't know. You know, we'll have to find out and see. Yeah, pit stops are approaching. I think that if you're one of these guys that hasn't obviously, you know, made up a whole lot of headway towards the front of the field, maybe lost a couple spots, I think that you should easily try to outshine your opponents. Pit a little bit earlier. If you're DJ and Tyler Honeycutt, they've gained some spots as this run's progressed, but they're still down by 3 or 2 spots. I think it's going to be very difficult to beat Garrett Spriggs, Stephen Hayes, and Joshua Altis tonight just by the first run that we're seeing here. So, you know, it's going to be interesting to see. I think that DJ is fast. I think that Tyler's fast, but I think that if they're going to beat them, they're going to have to short pit them.
Yeah, we'll kind of monitor that. I know we've seen a lot of short pits and it's not worked out. But then every once in a while it comes up and surprises us where someone will do it like 5 laps prior, maybe 10 laps prior. And it really just sets the standard of the speed that you can have around this track under green flag conditions for the whole entire race, which is looking to be another OTSS original out here where a caution flag can just be put away in the briefcase.
In the wall. The 15's in the wall.
Gets a little contact there. Goes the 15 DJ Honeycutt. Looks like damage initially. We're going to be okay. But you flirt with it when you run up on that high side here.
You got to remember, too, these tires have worn out now. From the start of the run with the fast lap of the race, Joshua Altis, 33.249. His last time around was a 34.962. So we've had nearly 2 seconds of fall off from the start of it. So these tires are starting to wear. A lot of these guys are running off of that right rear. And when you just start getting loose, you just get up into the wall. There's nothing you could really do about it. So it's just hard to really interpret when you're going to hit the wall. But that's why you're on the razor's edge here at Homestead. I think besides Darlington, this is the one track where you do not want to hit the wall at because it just kills your momentum. This is such a momentum-based racetrack. And for the 15 there, he's really lucky that he wasn't hitting that wall longer than what he was for.
Caused a little bit of drama out here on the track where the racing's been good, but wrecks have been non-existent. A couple wall contacts, maybe a loose truck here and there early in the race. But outside of that, just been good, clean racing here. Single file, 36 lap in. We're going to take our moment in time to shout out the league sponsor and the people who really make this race happen for us each and every single week. That is Empower Ed Research Institute. They are a nonprofit organization.
Oh, contact! Off the back straightaway, the 2 machine. Don't mean to cut you off, Jeremy. The 2 machine of Stephen Abbastead got really sideways coming off turn number 2, right in front of the 72 machine. Nearly overcorrected it and went back up into traffic there.
They just don't want me to do ad reads. I heard ad read. They said, nope, I'm going to get loose and try to wreck this thing as we go VHS rewind here. As we're going to see the 72 take the air off the back spoiler of the number 2 Abbastead. It gets his truck loose, kicks to the inside. Contact had 45-degree slide. Straightens him back out. 72 in the 2, then keep on trucking ahead.
Yeah, and that was really, really close. That could have been our first caution of the night, Jeremy. We were just talking about how there's a possibility that we won't even see a caution here tonight. Well, it dang near just happened, so thankfully it doesn't. But we'll obviously have to keep it on. But here we go. Pit stop starting to begin. Curtis Noble, first one to duck down to the pit lane here early on.
This is going to open the door. If you cut this race into thirds, it's 40, 80, 120. So lap 38, here's the first of the undercuts. Curtis Noble in truck 88. He has now set the precedence of who can come down pit road and make it in the thirds. Who's going to come down next? I was the only person on the radio that time around. 81, he just keyed up, didn't say anything, but watch out for your race leader to find pit road. As the 13 is lurking right behind him here. Coming off of turn 2, watch out for the 81. Does he make the pit stop this time?
I think that Stephen Hayes should probably easily pit here before Garrett Spriggs. He's been right on his heels the whole time, putting a lot of pressure on this 81 machine. And you see Spriggs nearly gets up into the wall in the middle of 3 and 4. Stephen Hayes has a great truck. He's been right there. They both made a lot of passes earlier on in this race to make their way up. Stephen didn't have to do as much work. Garrett made a ton of work, and he stayed right up at the front of this field. But Stephen has been right there to answer back on the call. He's been keeping him on his toes, and the gap has gotten no more than about 0.6 of a second, and it's all the way down to 3. If I'm Stephen Hayes, I'm pitting earlier than Spriggs.
24, AJ Luna finding pit road this time. Tips it down early on the back straightaway here to get out of the way of Alex Zirkle, Danny White, Stephen Abbott in truck 2 going to come down this time. So here we are, lap 40 business. Picking up second in points. 24, great entrance on pit road. Just what he needed. And see 2 more trucks down. 3 on pit road this time around. 4 is the 66 of Harrington. And now the race leader calling for pit road this time by.
Yep, and here we go. Here they come all the way down pit road. And Stephen Hayes has finally gotten past Garrett Spriggs. So once that happened, Garrett Spriggs knew, all right, my tires are shot. I can't get by him. I can't pit after him. I got to pit now. And whoa!
Oh.
That could have been tight right there.
Wow, did he
Nearly
make
could
up
have taken
time.
out the race leader, Jacob Grant. We are going to have to get a Nerd TV VHS rewind there. That was so close coming into pit road, and this is one of the more tougher pit roads to get on. We've seen time and time again, guys hit the pit road barrels, anywhere from Kyle Larson to the 97 of Kurt Busch nearly hitting it in 2004 with the loose wheel. Look at this. Oh, my goodness. Now, imagine if he would have taken the 81 out right there. Now, that would have probably easily been probation or maybe even at most a suspension for Daytona in 4 weeks right there. That could have been really close.
No penalty. He pulls off pit road. So that is the fastest pit entrance you're ever going to see.
And he beats
Slides
him.
it in. He passed him on pit road. He came back. You saw it on the roof camera. He was, what, 10 truck lengths behind and able to get to the door panel of the 81 and then passes him and completes it on pit exit. So the pit crew was on point. The speed on pit road was on point. Maybe a little extra sketch on the entry, but oh well. It worked. Jacob Grant made up a huge amount of time that time in pit road.
Yeah, he really did. And I don't think he got a penalty either, Jeremy.
penalty.
That was, talk about maximizing your efforts right there. Great job. By the way, here comes your point leader on pit road this time, Tyler Honeycutt. He's in this time in that 45 machine, had to back it up, nearly ran into the 77 of Harrington down the front straightaway. And I believe Honeycutt is already, no, he is not. He is going into his box right now. And remember, while there is the battle for the race lead, there is the battle for that championship hunt between EJ Luna and Tyler Honeycutt, the 2 guys we want to keep our eyes on, only separated by 11 points heading into tonight. Meantime, though, Jeremy, Stephen Hayes is continuing to stay out on the racetrack. I don't know why. Maybe he feels like he can get him on a shorter run if he pits a little bit later, but at this point, he's just hurting himself more and more. I don't know why you'd stay out.
Yeah, based on what the report was from our producer, Dustin Loxton, he said the fuel mileage is about 50 laps. Even if you try to extend it to 55, you can only go to 110, which is still 10 laps shy. So for this call, he must know some information. Maybe he's going to try to stretch this thing to 60 laps, or maybe he's just begging for that caution to get the advantage over the entire field. Who knows? But we're going to go back to what I was trying to do about 10 laps prior. Go through my ad read for Empower Ed Research Institute to thank them for what they do for this league every single Tuesday. nonprofit organization committed to advancing education and communities through research, innovation, and collaboration. Through its research programs and services, Empower Ed Research Institute strives to harness the power of education to uplift individuals, foster community engagement, and affect positive change. Empower Ed Research Institute invites educators, researchers, policymakers, community leaders, and individuals passionate about education to join us on our mission. Together, we can make a meaningful difference in the lives of learners and communities. Visit empoweredresearch.org for more information.
You see right here the 64, Danny White. Having a good night so far. He has not pitted for the time being. He started in the top 10, I believe, in the 9th spot. And so far, he has not pitted. We are yet to see the top 5 guys pit. Alex Zirkle is in now. I just realized something, Jeremy. You know what I just realized? This is the first time I have ever seen a Ram truck on a broadcast yet. I just realized that. Jackson Clark is in a Ram. Forgot about the fact that Ram was in the truck field now. Great to see a new manufacturer, rather a returning manufacturer. I tell you what, man, that 31 is damn good looking. That thing's awesome. I love those colors. It's reminding me of an old Robbie Gordon type, singular, what was AT&T type car. And that's what that looks like, just with reverse colors and not black, it's green. I think that's a great looking truck for my first Ram to see.
Yeah, you can, I don't know, because people say it's not a Dodge. So you could say it's a new manufacturer because technically Dodge was the entry back, a decade and a half ago. But either way, yeah, 4 manufacturers on the list. Love to see it. Maybe we'll get a glimpse of, some O'Reilly Series or Cup Series entries from Dodge as maybe they decide to partner back up with Ram and go full fleet. And I know that's in the works. I think, at least in the discussions about maybe them cutting back together. But who knows? But yeah, 4 manufacturers. Love to see it. 13, Stephen Hayes on lap 50. Pitting this time, cannot make the one stopper. Donnie Honeycutt in the 22 doing the same thing.
I tell you what, though, Jeremy. Oh, and he's got to make sure he has a good pit road entry. I thought he was going to slide it into the barrels there for a quick hot minute. And here comes the number 22, Donnie Honeycutt. Jackson Clark into the Ram machine as well. So 3 out of the 5 guys inside the top 5 come to pit road. But Jeremy, if I'm Stephen Hayes, this is what I think from his point of view and also my own as a broadcaster with you. I think what the 13 is going to do, he's going to stop right now, obviously, fill it up with fuel, tires, whatever. He's going to be much, much faster. Save those tires because you're going to be really fast. And then once you get going, he's going to try to clutch it. I think he's going to try to save just enough fuel because when you look at it, right before he pit there, obviously was not saving fuel. He was trying to stretch, I think, as long as he could, and that's what he did. Like you mentioned, he had the gap by about 28 seconds. So even if he would have been able to do the one stopper, the 81 machine was only going to close that gap down to maybe at most within 10 seconds. I don't think he was going to get there. I think that the 13 machine is going to have to save fuel here in the second half of the run. I like this call, honestly. I wasn't thinking about it like that, but now looking at it in retrospect, I like this call by the 13. I think it's doable, but the question is how much tire will he use and how much fuel can he save?
Great question. Great question. Right now we are full committed on lap 53 now. It's trying. You can look at the twisted speed setups and truck telemetry. You can see that he's not full throttle. He's saving. Look at the speeds. They're pretty low. He's exiting. Oh, never mind. Here we go. 53 on to 54. So if he goes times 2 on that, that's a lap 108. I don't know. That's an extra 12, 13 laps you have to save on the back half of the run, Jason. If he was saving there, I don't know if he can go the distance on a one-stopper.
Yeah, I don't know if he's going to be able to go the distance either, but for the time being, he was much further back than Stephen Hayes and such. I don't know if this call is going to work for Danny White. If it does, he's going to want to bank on a caution. He's not going to win this race by saving because he's going to be too slow. He was too mired back in traffic when all the strategies started coming and fizzling out and stuff like that. But for him, he's going to need a caution easily. There's no question about it. I don't see him making it all the way. If he does, it'll be a miracle. But mind you, Danny White, first race of the season, nearly pulled it off at Charlotte if it wasn't for EJ Luna. If there is one guy who could stretch the fuel to the end, I'd put my money on Danny White.
And right now he's put himself in a position to kind of sort of make that happen. Now he has to play the patience game for 60 plus laps. Can he do that? We're going to find out here as we're approaching the back half of this race in about 5 or 6 laps. And our in-race reporter, just to talk about us personally, he asked about our Sebring 12-hour adventure and where did we finish, powered by the Twisted Speed Setups shop setup from the Corvette GT3. And, well, we started off on a bad note, had a couple incidences early. It set us back all the way to 42nd, which you're like, oh, my gosh. But, you know, that setup, it was so dialed. We climbed, we clawed. We got back almost to 20th place after having a wreck early, set multiple laps back. But we climbed up and we did good. We midfielded it. Upper half, I think we had 9th place overall in the in the GT3 class only, not 9th place. So I think we did pretty okay, didn't we, Dustin?
I'd say you guys did pretty good. I think you guys did pretty good.
I know you
ninth
can't hear
overall,
me. You can't hear him, but yeah, pretty good.
9th overall is
GT3
pretty good.
class.
I would say I remember last year I was gonna run that race I think with you guys and I backed out because I realized I wasn't gonna be able to run it on time. I would have had work and stuff like that. Bought the car, practiced Sebring for like 3 days in the rain and stuff. And boy, oh boy, man, that was when the rain first came to iRacing. It was either last year or the year before that. I think it was the year before that. But man, oh man, it was so much fun to drive around in the rain in a GT car. At Sebring. Sebring's probably one of my most respected, favorited tracks for a road course. I would kill to see a NASCAR race at Sebring. Heck, I would love to see I think that the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series would put on a hell of a damn show down in Sebring. That would be so awesome to see. And I would also like to see IndyCar go to Sebring. You know, I mean, they test there all the time. It would be so awesome see the IndyCar series go down there. I mean, because it's always a blast, you know, watching sports cars on the racetrack in Sebring. Such a great racetrack overall. So technical, so bumpy. And for it being flat, it races. It reminds me of a rental kart track. That's exactly what that reminds me of because it races like it, but you're driving these 35 to, 2,500 pound vehicles around this flying road course. It's such a great place. Love it.
Yeah, 100% here. We are. Oh, hold on. Dustin Franklin loosed it right in front of Bobby Mantle. Is that second time now we saw on camera that if you're a truck on bar behind somebody and you go from inside to outside, it takes the air off the spoiler. 74 Franklin hanging on there into turn 3. Now there goes Bobby Mantle, makes the pass, drops the 74 back to that time. Steven Abbott on the outside, trying to make some moves as we are halfway into this last race of the 2026 inaugural season. Pit stops are complete. We're going to take a quick break again, picture-in-picture mode, and we will be right back.
hey, can you do me a favor? I'm really hungry, but I'm trapped in here, and I dropped my last piece of boozy jerky on the floor. I can't reach it. Would you mind grabbing me a bag of the most tender, flavorful booze-infused jerky on the planet? I promise I'll pay you back. I mean, I'd eat my piece, but I can't reach it. Oh, actually, I got it. Oh, it's so good. It's so tender, so flavorful. You should really pick yourself up a bag. But if you do, you can't eat it in here. Now, this is my spot. I own this spot. Boozy Jerky, the original booze-infused beef jerky with a pair. Now available.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
And back to full screen here as we are on a very nice lap 69 of the scheduled 120 here this evening. Going to be 51 laps to go in this race. And we're on the 45, Mr. Tyler Honeycutt. Well, you may ask why. Well, obviously he's your points leader, but look at him. He's leading the race. He gets the bonus point for leading the lap. And EJ Luna's back there in 7th place. Honeycutt from DJ and Tyler both P1, P2 as they pass your race leader. Jacob Grant got back around Garrett Spriggs as those two battled for a little bit, but Ghost Motorsports holding down midfield and the top 2 spots. Which strategy do you go with? Well, I guess you go with the Tyler DJ one because this team usually splits at 50-50 on who comes down pit road at what times, and they're on the better call, it looks like, so far, at least at halfway point.
Yeah, there was a lot that went on when we were under commercial break there. I mean, you had the 27 Jacob Grant talk about almost running into the back of the 81 on pit road. Now, I think he's in the wall, just like the 81 was a few laps ago, and we'll get to there here in a second, but almost runs to the 81 on pit road, overtakes him on the pit road, gets passed by the 81 on the track, then he passes him back, makes the 81 burn up his stuff, brings in both the Honeycutts into the picture, and then they just go flying past them, and now the 27 and 81 are struggling to find themselves. And mind you, Honeycutt, both the Honeycutts pitted only 1 to 2 laps later than Jacob Grant and Garrett Spriggs. So it just goes to show you how hard they were running against each other. You had the 27 trying to hold the 81 at Bay, and the 81 was burning stuff up, running the wall a little bit earlier than he probably should have. But now the 45 has set sail. He's got the race lead for the time being over DJ Honeycutt, doing a great job for the time being.
Yeah, 100% there. Welcome to the league, Mr. Grant. Maybe he'll be here for all of the second season. Oh, it's Tyler Honeycutt, I think, got the wall a little bit there, clipped it off of turn number 4 as your race leader and point leader. That's not how you're going to secure a victory. As getting a little damage, a little paint scrape there to the right rear quarter panel of the 45. And yeah, this is looking great for Tyler. We'll see how the second half plays out when they have their second and final green flag pit stop of the evening, if they do go green to checker it all the way through. AJ Luna now falls back to 8th place, so that point spread is ever so growing, and the advantage goes to the 45.
Yeah, and Tyler's just doing a great job. Didn't really have the start to the race I think he probably wanted to. Him and DJ both dropped a significant amount of positions from where they started. But now they find themselves right back up inside the podium spots, right in first and second, doing a great job pulling away from one another. I think DJ probably definitely has something here. For the 45, both of them ran near identical lap times last time around. They were only separated by 3 1,000ths of a second that last time around, and this time by the line they're separated by only about 8 1,000ths of a second. So it just goes to show you they're still running strong. It's all going to be about who burns their stuff up first, and we still got one more pit stop to go. It's all going to be about how they manage their tires and obviously pit road placement here when we get down to it.
Yeah, we'll see who has the pit stops on lock here for this time. About 5 more laps, Jason. We'll have that pit stop open for the people that are going 40, 80, 120. And which will be, yeah, this is coming up. So money stop, don't mess up. Especially with the 45, you know you got a large lead. 7 seconds is the gap. 7.8 from Tyler to EJ. So you can give up all the time in the world, making sure you get down pit road safely. Just have a good, clean stop, and then this race is potentially all yours if it goes green. As we see the 5 and the 27 battle on track here. The 5 goes to the inside. Joshua Altiz it does make the pass over Jacob Grant, whose tires are falling off just a little bit here. But this 5 truck been really decent on the long run, all things considered.
Well, remember, both of them have raced in the previous league before this one was formed, the Global Racer Truck League, and I think, both these guys had a lot of respect between, most of this field, because remember, a lot of these drivers came over from that league, about 3/4 of them, some sprinkled in new drivers, but they're new to this season, the final race of the year, so they will obviously probably more than likely be back next season for the start at Daytona in a few weeks, so it should be fun to see them, especially with how fast Jacob Grant and Josh Valtisa have both been here tonight. I expect them to do great things here for the upcoming season, and we already got some takers here on pit road this time around. Guys are starting to short pit big time. Jonathan Gaston, Brad Miner, haven't talked about much of them all night long, but now they find themselves on pit road, which what could be for the final time.
Yep, this will be final pit stop. Is going to go about 50 at most for most case situations, and these guys are doing the 40, 40, 40 on the pit road. As I think we got number 2, Steven Ebsted. He's going to make the call out this time. So it is window open for these guys coming down pit road. There's the number 2 dropping down below the white line. Nice, easy in. Goes the Chevrolet Silverado here. And then we'll probably see a lot more drop down the next few laps here, as we're officially 1/3 left to go in this race and 41 laps left in the whole season.
Still very curious to see what Stephen Hayes is going to do. That's the driver I got circled on my pick sheet right now. Remember, he pitted many laps ago, but way shorter of amount of time than these guys did. He pitted at lap 50 compared to everybody else who pitted around lap 37 to 41. There is a chance, and he almost got up there in it. I believe that's the 81 right there of Garrett Spriggs, who is just dropping like a rock compared to most of these guys up front. if I'm the 81, I'm pitting maybe this time. But guess what? Here come a few of the guys on pit road, your race leaders. Here come Tyler Honeycutt, DJ Honeycutt, and yes, here comes Garrett Spriggs, EJ Luna following in his opponent. Oh, and EJ Luna sideways. That almost could have what been. If he is able to overthrow Tyler Honeycutt in points somehow by a miracle, it's going to be because he saved that truck coming onto pit road. Wow, what a job by Luna.
I'm not sure if there's a penalty for that. We're going to find out. He did enter on the left-hand side of that cone. So after they change the left side tires of this truck, we're going to see if there's a penalty issued. But here we are coming down pit road. Final pit stop. Nope, he's exiting. So no penalty for the 24. But here's the Nerd TV instant replay of EJ. Well, there was going to be one. But he is now back up. Oh, we're going to do it one more time.
There we go.
Slide gymkhana, if you will, around the yellow cone. Outside, outside, outside. Now we're going inside. Turn that thing to the right. Turn that thing to the right. Lock it up. No contact whatsoever.
That was so close. Talk about a Tokyo Drift moment right there. It looked like he was at a local track doing some drifting in a Nissan Z, doing a great job there. 24 driver who's been one of the drivers that's in class of the field all season long. Great job. Still waiting to see when some of these guys pit. Everybody outside the top 11 has pit. But again, like I was mentioning right before the pit stop, Stephen Hayes, what can he do with that truck? We know how strong it was on the late portion of the run, but since he has kind of thrown a curveball at these guys with this late race strategy, how will it play out for him? Can he save enough fuel? Can he maintain his tires in order to try to bring home what would be his first victory of the year? And by the way, the man hasn't even run full-time all year long. He's only run, I believe, about 6 races. Yeah, 6 races, and he's got only, I think, for the time being, I'm looking at the stats right now, he's only got 5 top 5 to show for it. He would love to add a check mark on the win column here after tonight.
22, Johnny Honeycutt coming down pit road. I think he called out for this time. So the 22 drop down, going to give up 3rd place here. There he goes. He's going to bring the 64 Danny White with him. Danny White almost looked like he did not want to come down pit road, but he's going to match the 22 this time around on lap 84. 77, Christopher Harrington's going to give up 9th place. He's coming down pit road this time as well. So is Mark Sherwood. So a few more on track, finding their way down here. And we're almost completely cycled through, Jason. So good to see. We're going to shout out real quick our remaining partners for the OTSS Select Series here that help bring these broadcasts to fruition here. We got BK Designs, specializes in high quality custom. No, hold on. I messed up. I apologize. That's a lead error there. Jason, take it over. I quit. I don't actually quit. I apologize. He's laughing too much in the background. I'm going to go to AI Chief because this product is actually a thing that does this on Tuesdays.
You might need some AI Chief with your help, buddy.
I need more than AI Chief. I need some Breast Coffee Co. Maybe we'll go back to back. AI Chief, Sports Racing. Every advantage is crucial in achieving victory. AI Chief brings a new level of driver to crew chief interaction to any sim racer. Built with new age AI, this program gives every driver the information needed to make calculated decisions, and it's an automated voice. You just say, hey, make this change, and boom, it does it. You don't need to fiddle with the keyboard, don't need to fiddle with the mouse, don't need to preset a button on your steering wheel. None of that. You just talk to it, it does it. Quite simple, and it's got a really good chatty system, and it can curse at you if you want it to. It does a lot. It's very cool. And it's at a low price, starting I think just at $10 a month. And that's AIChiefRacing.com today.
Look at this little battle we got here between the 15 and the 45 brewing. Here comes the 15 there, Jeremy, to the inside. This is going to be the battle for the race lead. We've seen how fast DJ can be against Tyler. Well, now gloves are off, and it's time to go. 88 to 120, and here comes DJ Honeycutt battling for the lead, but look who is lurking out in the distance, 3 seconds back. That's Garrett Spriggs in the 81 if these two get together.
Currently holds P5 right now. Does the 81 truck. He's running through turns 3 and 4 this time to complete lap number 88. As we're getting down to just 30 laps to go here shortly. P3 on the board this time. Tyler Honeycutt with a small advantage over his teammate DJ, as these two have been nose to tail practically all race long. They're getting the draft assistance. They're not holding each other up. This is just completely helping the 45. I don't expect DJ to make a pass, but when it's down to the final couple laps, Jason, you might see a battle for the race lead, knowing that the 45 has it locked up.
Yeah, it is true. But the one guy I said that I had circled on my pick sheet, looks like this strategy is not going to work out for him while you were giving the ad read. You know, Stephen Hayes, 13, he pitted lap 87, even though he just ran his fast lap of the race that last time around. I just don't think it's going to be enough. He's only faster than these guys by about 5, it's almost 6/10 of a second. It's just not going to be enough for him. Thought it was going to work out possibly, but he just couldn't run it long. He just had to pit. Tire shot. Fuel was getting low. But we'll have to see. Maybe there will be a late race yellow. Knock on wood for these guys. I would like to see somebody's hopes dashed for a late race caution. But then again, that's part of racing. That's what happens here in motorsport, especially within the NASCAR stock car racing world. But man, Tyler Honeycutt, you talk about him, what a season he's had, you know, coming into tonight, all 11 races. He's finished in the top 10 9 times. He's got the most top 5s of the year with 7. And he's got 12 bonus points. The only driver who has above 7 bonus points this year. That's great. He is nearly double the bonus points of Donnie Honeycutt, who is having a struggle of a night, but finds himself in the top 10 now in 10th, so we'll see how it goes. But man, Tyler has been on it this year. All the Ghost Motorsports drivers, rather, have been. We thought at the beginning of the year, Jeremy, remember, Ghost Motorsports so close so many times. It looked to be all Lone Star Racing. They were just closing out deals left and right. But late in the season, right when it counted the most, look who's up there, Ghost Motorsports. And now that they have a chance to go for the championship right now, they're battling for the lead, because here comes DJ to the inside of Tyler.
Yeah, DJ's been poking his nose down there quite a bit in the past 5 laps, like he wants to actually pass his teammate. And they're looking at the pylon. They go, okay, EJ is 8.5 seconds back in 8th place. I guess it's a comfortable moment to maybe make that pass, but he's not pressing the issue. He's just lurking and looking when he can, but he hasn't full committed to making it happen just yet. Maybe he's toying with them there, Jason. Maybe he's just kind of telling him what he could do, maybe pick up the pace a little bit.
Yeah, maybe a little bit, trying to tell him, hey, buddy, better get going or I'm going to pass you, because DJ is right there on his heels. And he's gotten to the back bumper quite a few times. In fact, Jeremy, you mentioned it. He's gotten down to the inside, ducking that nose down there quite a few times. This time around, it looks like he's not going to get the exit he wants. Kind of gets a little tight off corner exit. Still a lot of laps to go, though. 26 to go here at Homestead is no quick turnaround here for these drivers. You're going to have to be precise. Save these tires still. We still have a battle for this win. Do not count out Garrett Spriggs. I know that second run, he wasn't that good, but now on this third run, you could just back it down a little bit, maybe these next 7 or so laps. I think that this truck might be able to make headway if these guys up the front battle, but not if he does that. Up and into the wall. He's been trying to run up there all night long, and it bites him yet again. And like that, I'm going to just cross out my entire explanation right there. I'd say Garrett Spriggs has dang near no shot after hitting the wall right there.
Yeah, it's going to put him back 0.4 of a second that last time around, making that wall contact. And yeah, we'll kind of monitor to see if he's got the speed here in the last 25 laps in this event to get closer than 4 seconds over the 2 race leaders. at this time. Your top 5 is Tyler Honeycutt, DJ Honeycutt, Garrett Spriggs, Joshua Altus, Jacob Grant. As I think we got the iRacing iFlag trap map for Homestead. There we are. This is what this looks like with almost 20 laps to go left in the season. 2/3 of this track fully consumed, Jason.
Yeah, and that's how Homestead usually gets. You get your comers and goers, you get really spread out. Restarts are absolutely chaotic as can be. But then once it comes down to the nitty-gritty of it and you have these long runs, you're going to see a lot of this, a lot of guys with different speeds, different tire strategies. One driver I will say I am keeping my eye on right now, and there we go. Dustin knew immediately what I wanted, was this number 5 of Joshua Altis. Fast lap of the race, 33.249. Many laps to go. He pitted 7 laps later than the Honeycutts. They pitted on 80. He pitted 87. Currently, he is nearly 4.5 tenths of a second faster than these guys, and he's only back by 4.5 seconds. He can do this. Whatever he's doing, he's just got to keep doing this because Tyler and DJ are still battling at the front of this field. They want this win. I think if Joshua can hold this pace, maybe, just maybe, he could get there and battle with the Honeycutts and what would be his first win in his first start for this series.
22 laps remaining. Watching the number 5, Mr. Altis, with the best performance for himself this season here. He's got some trucks lurking behind. Jacob Grant, 81, Garrett Spriggs, some of the fastest drivers we've seen over, well, the 81 this season, but the 27, Jacob Grant, he is no stranger to Nerd TVs there. Side by side rather, down the back straightaway here. A little move to the inside, a little loosey-goosey goes Grant to the 81, and then right just like that, they go back high side, low side. And he's going to try to make the pass happen. Does clear Garrett Spriggs off of turn 4.
Yeah, Spriggs just been way too loose. We've seen him bounce off the wall. Oh, is this a caution? Oh, my goodness.
No, really?
And this is going to change everything. And I want to say, not too sure what it was. It may have been the 8 of Alex Zirkle. No, it was not Zirkle. He is 15 laps down. It may have been Dave Harrington. It might have been Dave Harrington or Chris Harrington. One of them. Oh, there. Oh, that might do it right there. Saw. Yep. I think the right side of that truck right there is caved in a little bit. That would be Dustin Franklin I see on the right side. We'll have to get a look at the replay here. But Jeremy, this is going to change everything right here.
Yeah, Curtis Noble, Dustin Franklin off of turn 2. He's going to set the first and probably only caution here. And this is a Curtis Noble incident. He came up on the radio and said, "This is my bad, guys. This is all my bad." He's going to wash up in front of the 74. Continues to wash up. There's the contact, still driving up. And then just right rears himself into the outside wall. Franklin smashes, pancakes rather, his right side of his truck. And so does the 80 of Noble after that initial contact. 2 trucks involved on this one. Curtis Noble taking the blame for just washing up, getting that truck too tight off the exit of turn 2. What a surprising late race caution.
And now the question's going to be, what's going to happen on pit road? Who's going to take 4? Will there be any 2-tire stops? I doubt it. I think the call is absolutely 4 tires. But this could make or break your season right here. If you're the 45 or the 24, the battle for the championship is on. One wrong move and you're out of it. And here they come down pit road for what could be the final time.
Everyone's getting to press the old reset button here. What can EJ Luna do to make some capitalization on his performance, which has been about 5th through 10th roughly? Tyler Honeycutt, does he get through a nice clean pit stop? He's been very, very safe on his entries here. Make sure not to overslide the pit stall, doing everything correctly on his end. Let's see if he can exit off P1. And no, the 15. DJ Honeycutt gets that stall number 1. Allows him to clear the 45. So 45 now goes to P2. Jacob Grant's going to leave in 3rd place as Altis loses a spot. He's going to drop back to 4th, and the 5th one out, Bobby Mantle in truck 89.
I think, Jeremy, right here, if you're DJ and you're Tyler Honeycutt, you just take your time, take care of each other, take care of Tyler especially. You know what's on the line here for a championship. You want to just have a smooth and clean, what we're going to probably see here, about maybe 15 laps to go when we do get back racing. Take it calm, take it smooth. Don't put yourself in positions you want to be. If you know you can afford to lose the spot, lose it. Do not race and put yourself in position when you know you got guys like Jacob Grant, Joshua Altice, and everybody else behind you who's hungry for a win. Tyler cannot afford to try to lose a significant amount of spots right here, but he also cannot put himself in bad spots either.
This will be fun to watch, man. We're 2 by 2 as our producer is wanting to bring in Mr. DJ Honeycutt from the US Motorsports channel. We're going to try to take a word from him before we go back to green flag. DJ, this is Jeremy Jason in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, man.
Hey, man, is it no holds barred, you and Tyler, or are you trying to help him secure that top spot?
I wouldn't say no holds barred because I ain't not trying to jeopardize his chances, but man, I'm trying to be aggressive here. I don't want to wreck anybody, but I might have to give a bumper if I have to. But hopefully, I'm just fast enough on this short run here to hold Tyler off and give me at least one win this season. But if not, I've had a good season already, so nothing to hang my hat on. But we're about to get ready to go for this restart. Hopefully, I can get a good jump on him.
Good luck to you, man. Maybe we'll talk to you here shortly. Good luck.
Appreciate you.
Yes, sir. All right, there's the 15 DJ Honeycutt. Word from our race leader with under 20 laps left to go in the season. Pace car down. Green flag is out. Here we go. Tyler, not the start that he wanted. He's actually going to get a little shove there by Mr. Altice in truck number 5 to keep him kind of afloat here. Oh, Altice really loose.
Oh no, crash, big one.
Caution,
Big.
caution. Hold on. Oh, there goes Jackson. Clark, he's around. Danny White's around. Another bad night for him. Been pretty decent up until right there. We're going to take quite a few looks at this one, I would
Stephen
imagine.
Hayes in it too. Had a great night going for him as well. You had to think, Jeremy, everything's on the line right here for some of these drivers. Final race for the next 4 weeks. They wanted this.
Yeah, the 5 gets loose. The 27 gets loose. That's your 3rd and 4th place on track. And that's inside and outside, both clogging up the track. And here comes everyone just filing in. A little bit of arc brake potentially,
My
everyone, but it's
goodness.
late in the going. You're just trying to go, go, go. Yeah, Danny White has been in it. Called that out with Stephen Hayes.
We got to look at EJ Luna's perspective. That man was sideways for a hot minute, but he was able to get through it unscathed, go all the way to the bottom of the racetrack. Check this one out right here from the Oakley Visor Cam, because boy, oh boy, his hopes nearly got diminished right here coming out of turn 2.
And yeah, okay. So the 81 Garrett Spriggs hooks the back of the 13 Stephen Hayes. I don't know if I saw how that happened, but yeah, there was EJ just, clenching the butt cheeks right there, going through turn 1 and turn 2, saying, oh my, oh my. He sees the 5 get loose first, and then the 27 right after, and then the 3rd incident right in front of him. Just loose tires, man. It's all cold tires on a restart here. And look at them, especially the outside, they just pile up in there.
Yeah, it's a tough deal to say the least, obviously, and everybody just bottles up right there. That's just how it goes here, late in the going on these races and stuff like that. But, for the time being, look at EJ Luna. He has a shot here if everything could just go smooth, but he's going to need Tyler Honeycutt to have a big mishap and have to lose a ton of spots. I think if EJ Luna really wants to secure this, obviously Tyler's got to lose spots. We've already established that, but he's got to lose a significant amount. I think EJ has to win this race for those extra 5 points and to lead a lap.
Looks like goal 77, Christopher Harrington getting the +1 lap, extra lap, presented by Extra Life. Going back from 1 lap down to your lead lap, which should bring the field to 16 trucks in total on the lead lap. on this restart coming up, as the late cautions for the season coming out full force here. Now we know that cold tires are loosey-goosey from quite a few people. So we got to back it down just a little bit here. We are 2x2. Means we're going to go back to green flag racing this time by lap 109 will be the restart lap. 12 laps to settle this thing out. Let's get through turns 1 and turn 2 and have a nice solid finish here the OTSS Select Series way. But it thinned out the field a little bit, Jason. Look at it. The field.
Oh, what the hell just happened to the 77 back there?
Our +1 extra lap, extra life recipient going for a wild ride on the back straightaway. A little bit of damage to the right front fender, that 77. Danny
he got
White.
he got neck coated.
I don't know if that was neck cut.
Oh no, it wasn't.
Yeah, that was.
I thought he did. All right.
That was
well,
just a bump gone wrong, and not sure how that happened, but here we go. Green flag, 3, 2, 1. Boom, here we go. Green flag once again. Everyone getting through the gears here as they get to turn 1 and turn 2. Cold tires, make sure we feather that throttle. Don't crank the wheel hard. We're on ice right now. Looks like the top 5, 6, 7, they're all good through turn. We're 3 wide up in the middle here for about 15th.
Yeah, and with only a handful of laps to go, EJ Luna needs this win. He needs Tyler Honeycutt to drop a significant amount of spots, a little bit of contact there throughout the back half of the field. That would be right behind the two. That's Paulie Torrens and Brad Miner getting into it there, heading into turn number 3. They keep it clean and green, and now we hit 11 laps to go. And DJ Honeycutt has gotten past Tyler, and he is trying to set sail on the other Honeycutt and take home a victory, while the 45 is trying to secure that title.
DJ Luna throwing the kitchen sink at this thing, trying anything possible to get to that really fast Ghost Motorsports driver, Tyler Honeycutt. I don't think he's got it, but he's going to give it hell and everything that he's worth here for the final 10 laps as they cross the finish line this time. Here we go. 10 laps remaining in the season.
10 laps to go, and it's looking like slim chances for EJ Luna throughout every corner, and every second needs that 45 to drop a significant amount of spots. Few drivers in the back half of the field having a little bit of an argy-bargy moment, but Tyler Honeycutt, fastest lap of the race last time around, 33.120. He means business. He does not want the 24 to get to the lead, and God forbid anything happens to him. He doesn't want to lose this championship due to hitting the wall or anything like that. Meanwhile, back in this part of the field, you have the 89 of Mantle and Jonathan Gaston, who has had a great run tonight. That's the battle for the top 5 for 4th and 5th into 1.
Getting a great view here from Gaston's spoiler camera from the right rear side of his truck. Down the back straightaway, 9 laps remaining. DJ and Tyler are still hashing out here for the race win. There's EJ Luna. He's looking. He's trying to find anything on the inside where he can. The 45 shifts up to the outside. DJ gonna slice up to the top. 45 back to the bottom. Trying to get anything going. He drives it deep into turn number 1. He's gonna have to rely on the brake to slow down the 45. DJ go up all against the outside wall. 45 is gonna slice it. Gonna do a crossover.
Oh, what a
Fun
move.
battle here for the finish.
And what a move from DJ Honeycutt. Had to back it up, did a little slider, he got it down, and now he's going to throw a slider down on Tyler all the way into 1, but this time it sticks. Tyler will get back to the gas a little bit earlier to the full throttle point than DJ. Back to the front straight. Oh, a brush from the wall goes Tyler Honeycutt to the line. 7 laps to go here from Homestead, and the Honeycutts are duking it out here for this win.
Exciting battle here for the top 2. EJ's hoping for a mistake on one of these 2 drivers that can maybe lock him into a victory down the back straightaway. Coming up to 6 laps to go, this time at the line. Looking at your race leaders right now, Bobby Mantle in 4th, going all the way up against the outside wall. Trying some lines. Gaston makes the pass happen, slide job. Crosses back over, goes the 89. Now he's going to set it off into turn number 1, and he chooses the middle line. Can't clear Gaston this time.
Cannot clear him at all through 1 and 2 and off 2. Now the 72 gets the run down the back straightaway. He'll clear Bobby Mantle for position number 4. as they work back into 3. Another little battle for the lead yet again. Tyler Honeycutt and DJ back at it. I thought that Tyler was going to make a move there into 3. He did not. Laid off, lost about a 10th or so to the number 15 machine this time by, though. 5 laps remaining here at Homestead, and Tyler's trying to do everything he can to pass DJ, while EJ Luna is just watching his championship hopes slip away with the 45 not fading at all.
Looking on the roof camera back toward the 45. On board the 15, DJ Honeycutt, we got the Twisted Speed setups in truck telemetry going on right now. You see plenty of fuel, and we are just running qualifying laps out here to close the deal. 4 laps remaining. 2 truck lengths is the gap between the 45 and the 15, and about another 7 to 10 splits the 45 and the 24. Gaston on the outside trying to make a charge, maybe put himself in a podium position late in the going.
Saw Tyler Honeycutt there try to run the outside in 1 and 2, only gained about less than a 10th or so on the 15 there, and he is ripping the boards. But with the tires still this fresh, I just don't see him getting to the 15 here. 3 laps to go though for DJ Honeycutt, and if he wins this race, it'll finally add that check mark to his box for the first win of the season here for him. After 9 top 10s and 6 top 5s, DJ Honeycutt wants to join his Ghost Motorsports teammates with a win tonight.
Here we go, Gaston underneath the 24, EJ Luna going for 3rd place, and he's barely there. EJ backs it up a little bit as himself gets tight. You see Mantle back behind these guys, hits the outside wall before corner exit even gets completed. 2 laps remaining. It is down to the 15 to hold his line. DJ, he mentioned he wants at least a victory of the season. He's got all the space here. Lap and a half left to go for the 15.
And it's been such a great night for DJ and Tyler. I mentioned it beforehand, Jeremy, but you look at these 2 drivers here as we're getting ready to come to the white flag, and we do. DJ Honeycutt gets the white flag for the final time, but man, these guys were mired in the back half of the top 10 earlier on in this race. Didn't really see much hope of them getting up there besides having a quiet night, but it has been anything but that here the second half of the race. DJ Honeycutt half a lap away from his first win of the season, and Tyler Honeycutt just 2 corners away from winning the inaugural OTSS Select Series title.
Win number 1 of the season coming at the final race. DJ Honeycutt off of turn number 4 for the Pyra 180 at Homestead. Checker flag belongs to DJ Honeycutt, and the championship trophy belongs to the 45 of Tyler Honeycutt to close out the inaugural season. Pretty decent race overall, especially late in the going. Those cautions really set yourself up. Had a big wreck late, but man, oh man, shout out to the league for putting on a fantastic season. We'll talk about that a little bit more as we close the broadcast out for this evening. But right now, we're going to watch the 15 and 45 tandem this burnout here on the front straightaway.
Yeah, and they absolutely deserve to. They work tandem, toe-and-toe all night long, looking out for each other while still providing an exciting race and finish for us fans and broadcasters alike. Great run for everybody tonight. This was a very clean race. And, for only the first few races I called here this season, Jeremy, seeing it and then seeing this one tonight, these guys have not changed from start to finish. These guys are off to a hot start for their first season for sure. And in just 4 weeks, they're going to be back at it. And it'll be a fun one for sure for those next few races.
So close to the touchy goes DJ, but he missed it. So I'll reserve that comment there as they continue to burn it down. And here's the unofficial race results. To close out Homestead's final race of the season. DJ Honeycutt, Tyler Honeycutt, and Jonathan Gaston is your podium finishers. They will be talking to us here shortly. EJ Luna and Steven Abised finish out your top 5. 6 through 10 is Bobby Mantle in 6th, Bradley Miner 7th, Polly Torrance in 8th, Abram Ghost in P9, and Danny White completes the top 10.
Top 20, you'll find Donnie Honeycutt just short of 1 this tonight. Jackson Clark in the Ram will finish 12th, and Stephen Hayes thought he would have a good night. He'll finish outside the top 10 and 13th. Mark Sherwood, Dave Harrington, Dustin Franklin, Curtis Noble, Chris Harrington. Rookie Joshua Altice thought he was going to have a great night. He falls short there late in that wreck, finishes 19th. And rounding out your top 20, one of the guys who dominated the first half of this race, Garrett Spriggs, falls short yet again.
And just like that, here we go. We're going to go right to... I'm getting word I have to complete the rest of the list. I guess that's technically true. Dustin doesn't let me shortcut anything around here. Jake McGrant, 21st place. Farrell Robbins, 22nd. Alex Zirkle, 23rd. Then you got Jared Hammond, Jonathan Hammond, who did not start, with Ronnie Hurst technically on the podium for 26. That is the complete lineup there. Now, let me rotate to the Victory Fuel post-race show where I was trying to go. And we're going to talk to our top three here. Jonathan Gaston is going to be the first one on the docket here to start off our post-race show. Jonathan Gaston, this is Jeremy and Jason in the booth. What's going on, man?
Oh, not much. Just wishing I didn't get that race penalty earlier in the season.
Yeah, a little reflection moment there, right? Overall, this should put you maybe in 10th, but most likely 11th on the points as we're kind of looking over it and make sure things are finalized here. And man, just a great race for you tonight. This is your first top 5, it looks like. Yeah, you did a fantastic job. Actually, it's going to be your third top 5. I apologize. Third top 5. So overall, just a fantastic season, minus the one hiccup there. But walk us through your night tonight. What'd you do to prepare, and how'd the truck run?
Well, I'll be honest. I didn't have very high expectations. I was just kind of riding around in the back, minding my own business, trying to stay out of trouble. And no matter what I did, I couldn't find any speed the whole night. I was slow in qualifying. I was slow during the race. And I was just trying to be patient. And I'm one of the guys that normally stay out longer. And tonight I was like, yeah, you know what? I'll try short pitting. And I didn't think that was going to work out for me. And that caution came out, and I'm like, you know what? It's time to man up. And I started pushing the gas a little bit further.
Yeah, and obviously, Jonathan, great run for you tonight. You talk about that penalty you had earlier in the season, man. You came into tonight 11th in the points, but it's got to feel good to get that third top 5 of the year. What do you expect out of yourself heading into next season, considering you had such a strong run here this season for the inaugural?
Well, I think I'm going to keep doing what we're doing. Danny's got our team in place. We brought in a couple of new drivers who are really strong, and I think we're going to continue to grow as a group and learn from each other. And I'm definitely not going to make the mistakes I made this season.
Yeah, 10-4 on that, man. Well, either way, inaugural season out of the way. It was a fantastic season for OTSS. Thank you for being a part of it, man. Congratulations on your top 3. Any final shout outs before we set you off for the off season here?
I will shout out Bourbon Hills Barbecue, Tom's Tire, Precision Design, Gaston's Graphics, Hall Drilling, my students at Doddridge County High School, my wife, and all my teammates. Man, I enjoy running with them. We're going to lose one. He's not going to come back with us, but we'll come back loaded, and we'll make a run for that championship next season.
10-4, man. Good luck. We'll be looking forward to it, and enjoy the rest of tonight, man. Congratulations again.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, man. That's third place finisher, Jonathan Gaston, and we're going to flip the script a little bit. Usually we go 3, 2, 1, but since Tyler Honeycutt is your champion, we're going to put him last. So we're going to rotate to Victory Fuel, Victory Lane here. DJ Honeycutt, winner of tonight's race. We talked to him on that second to last restart. He said he wants the win, and he got it. DJ, congratulations, man.
I appreciate it, man.
Started first, finished first. You thought you had a good chance at it, and here you go. That restart kind of helped you propel yourself up there, but Tyler didn't let go until late in the going. Your tires just looked like they held up much better.
Yeah, I don't think I would have been in victory lane if it weren't for that caution. I was going to start ripping the top, right before that caution came out, and hopefully it was going to get by Tyler. But yeah, I just got 2 really good jumps off the restarts there, and then Tyler, man, he made me earn it for sure. He wasn't giving it to me, and once he got up under me, I knew I had to rip the top and get as much momentum down the back stretch to clear him, and after that, I was able to just to air block him and stay in front of him, and ended up burning his tires up. So I was just able to hold him off. But and that was a good race. It's probably my best Homestead race for sure. I don't think I've ever won here, but usually I'm not, top five worthy. So the good thing we have practice. We need to start doing more of that. Me and the whole Ghost Motorsports team just practicing, and a couple of days ago, just getting the feel for the track and trying to learn from each other. So I'm just grateful for some good teammates, good family, helping each other out for this race and stuff. And man, we're just so happy we've had a successful season so far.
And DJ, congratulations, man, on the first win of the season for you. You know, when I was calling y'all series in the beginning of the year before I had to transition to Thursdays, uh, you guys were right there. You couldn't close it out. It took you guys a little bit of time before y'all got your first win of the season as an organization. And then obviously the second half of the season, it's been totally different. You guys were 1-2 here tonight, very strong. You guys got racked up some wins. What more do you guys feel like you need to do better as a team overall here going into the next season in a few weeks?
Yeah, probably just be a little bit more aggressive early on in the season. I think we were all just kind of taking it easier than we usually would, just to make sure that we have good racing for the inaugural season for the Select Series. So we were kind of just a little holding back on all the aggressiveness just for that. And I think coming down to the end of it, you started seeing us start just being a little bit more aggressive each race coming down to it, knowing how close the points are. And usually it works out pretty well when we're able to have good consistent finishes. And like I said, practice, man, we practiced pretty hard the last couple weeks coming down to it, and I definitely feel like it helped us.
Sounds like it, man. Putting your team P1, P2 right there. Honeycutt's taking it at Homestead. Man, congratulations on the first win and being the final race of the season, man. Any final shout outs before we let you go for a 3 to 4 week hiatus?
Yeah, as always, thank you guys. We're super excited to have you for the entire season. You guys have just elevated our product here at OTSS, and we're super excited to get season two going with you guys. So it'll be another great season with that. Man, shout out to every single driver who started with racing with us this season. Absolutely cannot do any of this stuff without drivers and good drivers at that. So we're just super grateful for all the people who did show up. Hopefully, these guys will start renewing their charters for next season. We've gotten about half of the charters renewed. So thanks to all of those guys who show up and who may not show up. We're just super excited, man. We feel like we got a good thing going on. And lastly, thank you to my teammates and my family for cheering us on at home. My teammates for helping us on the track. Just having a good bunch of guys racing with me.
All right, man. Well, congratulations on the win here tonight. We'll catch you in 1 month, April 28th at Daytona.
Sounds good, man.
And that was your race winner, DJ Honeycutt, there in the Victory Field, Victory Lane. Now it's time to bring out, I guess we could reload up the Victory Field, Victory Lane because he won the championship. Mr. I was right, a little Discord glitch there. Mr. Tyler Honeycutt, congratulations, man. You sealed it down with a P2 finish here this evening.
Thanks, you guys. That was fun.
Yeah, great race overall there for a lot of the drivers. Some good, clean racing. EJ Luna on the restarts there late in the going put himself into the picture there, but at the end of the day, you and DJ did the practice, put in the time. I'm sure everybody else did, but you guys just on a whole different level here. How was your truck driving here tonight?
It was good. It was kind of up and down throughout the runs. The first run, I was really loose. The second run, I was tight. Third run, I was loose, and then there at the end, I was really tight. So it was just back and forth, trying to gradually move with the changes. Um, but I think we did a pretty good job keeping it up front all night, staying out of trouble. I hate those cautions flew because I think I had it. I was pulling away from DJ, and I don't think Altus had enough time to get to me. But I'm happy for a second place if that means DJ wins. He finally got him one, so I'm happy for him. But yeah, the truck felt great. I executed my game plan, staying up front, and just doing my best to stay out of trouble. When I saw Grant and him start wrecking on my inside, I was so scared. I was like, "Oh God, here we go!" But now we escaped through it and came home with the championship. It feels really good.
And Tyler, congratulations, man, on winning the championship for this season. I had just talked to DJ about what it meant for the team to execute the second half of the season because the beginning half, you guys were a little slow to start off. You were strong, but just couldn't execute. Going into next season, what do you expect out of this series as a whole for these drivers? Because it seemed like everybody seemed to improve from start to finish. You've picked up some new drivers. You picked up some drivers over from Global that y'all used to race with. What is your expectations going into the season here in another month?
Yeah, same thing as this season. You know, just try to be consistent, stay out of trouble, um, and just be smart. I think I pride myself on being consistent, being clean. And I did my best to stay up front all season. I think with that fifth place or that top five, I took over the most top fives on the season. So that was good. So yeah, just going into next season, same game plan. You know, just be smart, take it easy, and put it up front at the end of the races.
And congratulations on the trophy. Job well done from day one. That first race in Charlotte had a climb all the way to this moment. And it took you to the second to final race to get to the top of the podium. So you had to earn it, man. So congratulations once more. And we will catch you 1 month from today, basically. But first and foremost, before I let you go, thank your sponsors and shout outs.
Yeah, man. Shout out to you guys for the broadcast. Can't wait to go back and watch it. Shout out to my brother for his win. All of Ghost Motorsports. My dad and Bradley ran good. I think my dad got caught up in the wreck, but Bradley finished seventh, so pretty good. Shout out to my family. My grandma's watching, so I'm glad I got it done. Shout out to our sponsor, Empower Ed Research Institute. Couldn't do it without those guys. The support they put into our league this season has been phenomenal. All the drivers. I mean, our first season together and to build this many trucks every race is pretty awesome. And to have the clean racing that we had was pretty awesome. So just shout out to everyone involved, and I couldn't be more honored to take the initial championship of the series. So it was freaking awesome, really good season, and can't wait for another.
Yes, sir, man. Congratulations once more. We're gonna let you go. Have a good off season. We'll catch you in a month.
All right, thank you.
Yes, sir. Now, it's Tyler Honeycutt, your championship winner for OTSS's opening season in 2026. Jason, appreciate you for joining us for the final race, man. A little bit of a surprise here tonight.
Yeah, man, I know it was kind of last minute decision for before a few hours before the race, but I'm glad to be here. Glad I got to at least call what I started back with you guys after a year and a half nearly of being away from the sim racing side of things. It's great to be back. I'm glad I got to return with you guys. It's definitely been a little bit of an emotional roller coaster over the last year and a half, but I'm glad that got to at least see the start and finish of this season in whole. Missed some races, so yeah, it's a homecoming, like Dustin says behind the scenes. But man, I'm looking forward to it. I know I won't be here Thursday. I'll be here though for other races as well. Hopefully this coming summer though, we'll be able to call Tuesdays coming up after the first couple weeks of May. And I'll be here. I'll try to be here for the first week of, or rather, April 28th. Hopefully, I'll have to see what the schedule looks like, and if so, maybe I'll try to be able to call Daytona. But man, what a season for these guys! Really liked the way that they race. I think they are in for one hell of a show in 4 weeks.
Yeah, I'm glad they signed us, man, and signed us for season 2. Great league, great drivers. The vibe here is just very good overall. Not only in person talking to them, but on the Discord, just in the general chats and everything. It's just a cool place to be a part of. And so glad we're able to do it again. April 28th, Daytona put on the books. We're still live on the Thursday side, though. 9 Eastern, 8 Central. We're going to be doing that each and every single week until their season comes to a close over there for the Smoky Mountain Sim Racing. But thank you guys. Thank you guys for joining in. Dustin, thank you as always for pressing the buttons and putting all the graphics up for us, that forever updating it. We're on version 2.3.5 chapter 6-C probably at this point, but it's looking great. So thank you guys for joining in. -D for Dustin, I guess, is that final plug. -E-D. So here we go. You guys stay safe. Get your nerd on. We'll catch you this Thursday. We'll see you then.
Touchdown and louder to the range. Fuel burns in the glow of the pixel blaze. The rubber is moves roll with a fist clenched tight. Your TV lights up the endless night. Fight to fight, we live the speed. No TV feeds our endless need. Heartbeats pound and engines cry. Best broadcast under the virtual sky. Turn the wheel, feel the breakneck roll. Sim racers tearing through the thunder soul. Gear shifts crack like a lightning storm. Digital warriors breaking the norm. Turn the wheel, feel the breakneck roll. Sim racers tearing through the thunder soul. Gear shifts crack like a lightning storm. Digital warriors breaking the norm. Fight to fight, we live the speed. The TV feeds our endless need. Heartbeats pounding, engines cry. Let's broadcast under the virtual sky. Through each hairpin, a battle unfolds. Victory forged in the fire of the bold. Neon dreams fuel the tracks we tear. Nerd TV shows us who dares to care. Fight to fight, we live the speed. Nerd TV feeds our endless need. Heartbeats pound and engines cry. Best broadcast under the virtual sky. Touchscreen and louder giving rings. Fuel burns and glow with the pixel blaze. The rubber moves roll with a fist clenched tight. Your TV lights up the endless night. Fight to fight, we live the speed. No TV feeds our endless need. Heartbeats pound and engines cry. Best broadcast under the virtual sky. Turn the wheel, feel the breakneck roll. Sim racers tearing through the thunder soul. Gear shifts crack like a lightning storm. Digital warriors breaking the norm. Turn the wheel, feel the breakneck roll. Sim racers tearing through the thunder soul. Gear shifts crack like a lightning storm. Digital warriors breaking the norm. Fight to fight, we live the speed. The TV feeds our endless need. Heartbeats pounding, engines cry. Best broadcast under the virtual sky.